See, it hurts when I do this. Ow. And this. Ow.
How about this?
Ow!
Bam. People are saying Joe Biden's too old. People are saying that Joe Biden is obviously an evil Marxist that hates this country, hates his own family. He's going to try and protect his son Hunter today on the Hill. But can he protect even himself? We're going to cover all of the Biden crime family and sort of like re-up that news cycle. And we're going to do our best. We've been on that news cycle for about 3 years. But first, ladies and gentlemen, emergency Biden health update. Joe Biden just ran unannounced to the hospital. Joe Biden was just rushed to the hospital. What the hell is going on? Here we go. Biden health update. Okay, Biden says that he's okay after a unannounced rush to the hospital. So I've worked inside the White House before, not as a White House staffer, but as a journalist. I've asked questions during the White House press briefing. And what normally happens is you are given sometimes days in advance, like what the president's going to do. President doesn't move easily. The president moves with force, right? And with grandeur everywhere, even Joe Biden, right? It takes like 500 people for the president to even like move at all, right? And so you know where the president's going at all times. It's like pre-written in a schedule. And especially somebody who moves as slow as Joe Biden, there is never any unannounced things. Today, Joe Biden unannounced ran to the hospital, like just moments ago. Now his kid happens to be testifying at Capitol Hill. Is this Joe Biden trying to trick the news cycle? We're not sure. We'll give you the update, however. Joe Biden left for Walter Reed, that is the military hospital. Here you can see Joe Biden. He tries to run and then realizes, that's a bad idea. No. That's a bad idea. Not gonna run. And so Joe Biden does his robotic wobble, looking like one of those, looking like a TI 100 or whatever from Terminator. We actually have like really nice side-by-sides of Joe Biden and robots. They walk exactly the same. I think we have one, ladies and gentlemen. So Joe Biden, this is the motorcade. This is Joe Biden arriving at the military hospital where the president typically gets their physical. And apparently this is Joe Biden's physical. Of note, Joe Biden, his team, and Joe Biden have all screamed that Joe Biden will not be getting a cognitive exam. President Biden revealed Wednesday that he's making an unannounced trip to Walter Reed Medical Center for a physical exam. Biden has undergone yearly physical examinations, but this is strange because they're typically put on the schedule months in advance. Earlier this month, White House Press Secretary Cringe Jean-Pierre stated that Biden's physical from Dr. Kevin O'Connor does not have a cognitive test. Okay. She says that O'Connor believes Biden proves his cognitive ability every day when he operates as president. Oh, okay. How many lies? How often can these people lie to you? Does the White House think the idea of president taking a cognitive test as part of the physical is a legitimate idea, reporter asked? I'm not going to say what Dr. O'Connor said to me about a year ago when Biden was released. Cringe Jean-Pierre said. Biden hasn't had great health. Biden went under anesthesia to get cancer removed from his intestines, I believe. Joe Biden has had also melanomas removed from his skin, so other cancers. Really great idea, by the way. Joe Biden returning lobster red from all of these vacations. So he has all this skin cancer, and then he goes and like gets fried on the beach. Genius idea. But of course, Jill Biden doesn't care about her husband. Jill Biden, if she cared about her husband, would put him in a nursing home where he belongs with a bedpan and a night nurse. But Jill Biden only cares about power. And so Alice Cooper plays on, if you know what I mean. And so, ladies and gentlemen, how's Joe Biden doing? Well, Kamala Harris answered that question in a recent interview where the interviewer from the corporate press says, hey, everyone's scared that Joe Biden is going to croak. What do you think about that? Kamala Harris's response is not very comforting if you're Joe Biden. Watch.
We were talking to some Democratic donors, and they have told us that should something befall President Biden and he is not able to run, that there would be a free-for-all for who would run as president.
Because Joe Biden is very much alive and running for re-election.
Joe, Joe, Joe Biden's alive, and I'm very happy about that. That's Kamala Harris. Say you were in a court of law. We're going to get to big fanning in just a second. Hunter Biden on the Hill right now. It is closed door testimony. We'll bring you all of the footage of Hunter Biden on the Hill that we have. And then we'll have interviews with people who are asking Hunter Biden questions very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, let's say you're in a court of law and you're being accused of some horrible crime, right? And your lawyer, after seeing all the evidence laid before the court, right? Your lawyer, who you pay to defend you, which is kind of like the position of the vice president in a way, says, you know what, Your Honor? My client is alive. And that's good enough. You'd probably fire that lawyer, wouldn't you? You'd be like, what the hell's wrong with you, dude? What kind of a defense is that? As you just heard from Kamala Harris. Joe Biden doing his very best to, well, I guess put his own health at risk. Joe Biden returning red and sunburnt like a lobster. Again, this is a guy who has, like, for the last couple decades, had skin cancers removed. Look at this guy. Holy smokes. That was, like, again, I personally believe that this is Joe Biden, like, trying to look like Donald Trump in a way. Like, doing his best attempt to look like Donald Trump, spent a little too much time in the tanning bed. Joe Biden's going to start, like, dyeing his hair, like, bleach blonde, and, like, swooping it over, get more hair plugs in. That's not Joe Biden's hair. Joe Biden's been bald as a bat since the 1970s. We have the photos to prove it. Balding, it doesn't reverse. So Joe Biden's been bald as a bat since. So that's not Joe Biden's hair. So whatever plastic has been rooted into his skull to try and look like synthetic hair, Joe Biden's going to, like, do the Trump haircut. Again, we do have the proof, by the way. And okay, we'll go to Hunter Biden, but we do have the proof that Joe Biden may be a robot. Okay? We've talked about Joe Biden maybe having lizard skin before. If you need any further proof that Joe Biden's a robot, please observe, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just go in with no preconditions and don't let the images lie to you. Like, just let the images speak. You know what I mean? Yeah, they're the same picture. Okay. Yeah. Just be open-minded about it. Be open-minded about it. Is this Joe bot? Is it a Joe bot? Is Joe Biden real? I have yet to see confirmation. Somebody hold a little piece of glass underneath Joe Biden's nose and mouth. Hold up a mirror. See if it fogs up. If it fogs up, maybe we'll know that Joe Biden is actually with us. We don't know. And not actually a meat puppet. Well, this is good. Okay, since I talked about it, okay, and then we're going to move on. Since I talked about it, Joe Biden's been bald as a bat since the 1970s. Look at this. This is Joe Biden. This is Joe Biden at the signing of the Declaration of Independence when he first became a senator. And Joe Biden showing the key to Ashley Biden's diary there that he found. You know, that he immediately used the key to threaten Corn Pop because he had too much pomade in his hair at the pool.